Alright guys, so the first thing we're going to do, you're going to need your BW2 powder, some 30 volume developer, a bowl to mix all this stuff in, a brush to stir everything, and yeah. So we're going to take that scoop that you see, and I'm going to take like 1 or 2 scoops and pour it into the bowl, and then I'm just going to eyeball it in terms of the developer. Because I wanted to get it to a nice pasty consistency. I don't want it to be too runny, and then I don't want it to be too thick. So I'll pour some and then mix and see the consistency, and if I need more I will pour again and then mix again. So this is me just showing you guys how it looks right now before I mix it. So this is the amount of developer that I have in it. So right now I'm just gonna mix. Just gonna get all that powder in there. So right here I'm just gonna add more developer because I don't have enough. So yeah, I'm just gonna continue to mix. I think that's the last time that I do pour any more developer in it. No, I lied, I poured more. So I'm just gonna pour and mix as needed. But you just need to get nice and pasty, so when you apply the mixture to the lace, it doesn't seep through and over bleach your knots and bleach some of the hair, even though it happened to me anyway a little bit, like a piece of it just like dropped on. So yeah, you want to test it by holding up the brush, and if it doesn't drip then you should be quite fine. So yeah, now we're gonna go and apply our mixture onto the back of the lace. I'm starting from the ear tabs. You can start wherever you feel comfortable. It's up to you. It doesn't matter. Just lightly, very, very light strokes, apply the bleaching developer to the back of the lace. So I'm just gonna go in closer so you guys can see how I'm doing it. I'm really just tapping it on very lightly, really trying not to get into that lace because it's like stress to fix if you do get it to go through the holes and over bleach your knots. I mean, sometimes it happens anyway, like a very little bit, which you want to minimize the chances of it happening, or minimize like the side effects. So now I'm just showing you guys how it looks. This is if you were afraid that you might have let it seep through. All you have to do is pick up your frontal or your closure and look at it, and if you don't see any white on the opposite side, then you're good. So clearly right now I'm good, but I did let some spill on the hair itself. So yeah, after you left the bleach and stuff on for like a couple minutes, really eyeball it so you can know when to take it off. Some frontals and closures process quicker than others. So yeah, I left mine on a little bit too long because some areas were processing faster than others. But yeah, once you feel satisfied with the results, you're just gonna wash it out in some either cold or warm water. It really doesn't matter. I do like lukewarm, and I take some Isoplus neutralizing shampoo, so if any bleach is left on the frontal, it will stop it from processing. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. And yeah, just work it in really, really nice and rinse it out.
Don't tell me that it looks so easy. Do you now? 'Cause I'm still struggling, sweetie. Do you now? Don't tell me that it looks so easy.
So now that we've got our frontal all bleached and ready, you're going to need a dome cap to start making your wig, and you're going to need some wig T-pins or any kind of wig pins that you feel comfortable with on your mannequin head. So I'm just applying my dome cap to my mannequin head, and yes, it is I have a 22 written on it because that's the size of my head, like circumference of my head. So I bought a mannequin head the same size as that because I realized when I use regular mannequin heads, it just doesn't come out like perfect fitting. So yeah, I'm just gonna take my frontal. I parted it how I wanted it, and like got the hair out of the way by making 2 little braids. You could just clip it if you feel comfortable doing that. It's fine. So I'm just gonna place it on my cap where I want it, and all of the frontal has to be on the cap. What I like to do first is place my part, and then I will stick a pin in the front of the part and stick a pin in the back of the part, and then I'll start pinning around the frontal from the sides and straight around, so everything is laid nice and flat. I'll pull everything taut, but everything must be on the cap. So yeah, right here I'm just pinning the sides, which is going to be like by your ears, to the back of the cap, because as you can see there's no more space on the cap to hold that part. So all you have to do is just pin it more so to the back, and it'll work out just fine. So I'm just pinning the frontal straight around so it's nice and secure. I left my lace on. You guys can cut it off if you want, but I feel like it's much easier to sew it down when the lace is still on, and I just put the tracks over it and you won't be able to really see it. So it's all about what you feel more comfortable doing. But yeah, that is step 1 in preparing to make your frontal wig. So stay tuned for part 2, guys, where I'll show you how I actually make my frontal wig. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for part 2 of this, where it's me actually making the wig. So stay tuned for that, and until my next video, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.